It's your boy C. Russ, I got bar for days. I tell you the truth when I talk, man, I hardly play. You know, fuck is a word that I hardly say. Buying beer and cheap condoms at the marketplace. I'm about to dress the people, but I'm not the prez. Y'all about to get smacked down by a ginger les. Don't eat your own cum, try mine instead. I serve it in shot glasses, pints, and kegs. I got 99 problems and HOA ain't one. Dustin talks shit, but you're shorter than my son. This is real life, bro, ain't no game. Have you embarrassed when you get beat up by blame? Better listen to your neighborhoods before you have to leave. Got you running from your own hood like an athlete. What up, Zane? Sorry, I'ma let you speak. You hate on my list, but your ass a geek. You look like a Martian, but I'm a red-headed carbon. I love to talk dicks, mine's fuzzy like carpet. Y'all want me to stop? Well, okay, I will. Let's bullshit, boys. Just sit back and chill. All right, bullshitters, we are back with another episode of the Let's BS podcast. Justin, take it away.
So after I heard your little rap there, you might have a little dick, but you ain't no little dicky. What'd you think about it?
I don't know, man. He tried. He did a good job.
Did he do a good job?
He didn't
Where did he stumble?
It was hard.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. That was tough. Like, that was hard to listen to, so it had to be even harder to say.
Like, I think it would have been better if it was just me and Tyler up here.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of like feeding off the laughter going in from the other room.
Man,
So
we were trying to control it, but we couldn't.
Was it that white, though? I mean...
Oh, yeah, that was the whitest thing I ever heard.
You didn't have to tell them you were a ginger. They knew.
Yeah, they
like,
knew.
no soul whatsoever. You don't feel it a little bit?
None.
No, I don't.
Zero.
Yeah,
I mean, Eminem probably faced this same criticism when he was coming out.
No. Well, there's something he has that you don't have. It's like, it's talent, I think is what they call it. It's like he's good with words. Like, what was that clip? I'm not good with words.
Yeah, he's only said it every episode.
So that's actually a lot for a guy with has trouble speaking.
It's
rap.
like,
but was it like better than me talking? Because Tyler's heard me talk probably more than he wants to. Was it better? Was the rap better than me talking? Because
I think we've all heard you talk more than anyone. Not just Tyler. So let's not single him out, poor bastard.
So I wasn't like, oh, he sounded good rapping, but just sucks talking.
No. It's just you're bad with words.
Yeah, you're just really bad at talking, man.
All right, well, let's move on from this conversation.
You want to keep going on Cody?
Yeah.
No.
So I was told to start calling you butt rag for some reason.
Butt rag? What the fuck is that?
Do you have an explanation?
If you've listened to before, you know I have hemorrhoids. You guys know I have hemorrhoids. And sometimes the only comfort is to ball up a little tissue paper or, whatever you have and kind of comfort the hemorrhoids.
Stick them
by
up the
shoving
hole?
them up your butt. Not up your butt. I'd take that out. Not shoving them up your butt, but just like giving them a nice pillow to lay on. It like separates your butt cheeks just a little bit. So when you're not walking,
So that was it, huh? I really expected there was something. I was told something about anal leakage. And
there's a little blood usually mixed in with
okay, that got a
you
little
got a flare up there,
yeah. I haven't been banged in the ass so much.
I think that should lead us to our next topic. Is we talked about this a couple days ago. Is Cody's always the one that has everything that he says is like, hey, you got to get that out of there. I fucked up. So, do you think you can go a whole episode without asking Tyler to cut something out?
Pretty sure he already has.
Yeah, I know. That's why he just said that. So,
well, from now, I would.
What do you think? I mean, do you think you can do it, Dustin?
No, but I just gotta say that's the first audio clip of Tyler on the podcast.
Yeah.
He had to say something.
You think he gets it out?
So, yeah, he might. But I say if at the end of this you tell us that you edit anything out, I think you're going to have to chuck some White Claw on video.
What's more important, your wife disowning you or drinking White Claw on video?
Trisha then gave up on me, poor girl. But, all right, fine. We'll make that bet. What's the bet? Something.
You can't say anything that you wanted edited out, I guess is how you would explain it.
Yeah, like when we go to cut this episode up and send it out to the people, there can't be any sections where you're like, okay, I want that out of there because I shouldn't have said that.
So I guess you can't let Trisha proofread.
No.
Yeah, or
I
else
let
you're
her-
drinking White Claw.
Fuck it, yeah.
All right.
Fuck it, yeah.
Your hatred
Is this-
for White Claw is real,
is
and I
this-
get to pick the flavors.
Like, is this from here on out, or is this
No,
just
this is from here on.
Oh, fuck.
Let's,
No, I mean
let's
this,
make it a month.
this episode. Let's do this episode for
This
once.
You
Yeah.
think it's just 1 week?
I mean,
I think he could censor himself 1 week, but I think he'll forget about it next week.
Well, I don't want to have to wait to watch him drink the White Claw.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right. I've got a question for you guys. Did you see where Legends of the Hidden Temple's coming back, but for adults?
Yes.
I did, but I didn't see a whole lot of details about it.
Well, apparently it's going to be kind of like a spin of It and Survivor. They're going to be in a real jungle, adults playing the game.
Is it going to have Olmec?
I'd have to assume so. He was the star of the show.
Yeah, right.
He had all the questions. What show from your childhood would you want to jump into now?
Would I want to jump into?
Yeah, like say they were bringing it back, you could go compete in it. What show would you want?
Oh, a game show. Okay.
Mine is Global Guts.
Oh man, I love that show.
And I want Mike O'Malley and Mo. Mo, take it away.
Yeah.
I want the aggro.
You want them to be back
Yeah.
to hosting it and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I figure it'll be more American Ninja Warrior, and I won't stand a chance. But
but you'd like to compete.
I want to try a piece of that rock.
I don't know. I think something like Double Dare. That always looked like so much fun when I was.
Was that
a
the one
kid.
with the slime?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want
that
Mark
would-
Summers.
Yeah. Did you know that he was legit like OCD, like germaphobe? He was like one of those guys that could had to wash his hands a bunch of times.
Like
and
Howie
stuff.
Mandel.
Yes, exactly like Howie Mandel. But he worked on the fucking show with all the slime. Like,
That's
how did he-
crazy.
That's
what about you,
insane.
Cody? I'm sure yours will be a gym.
Well, I didn't know. I don't know. I guess a game show would. It's lame, but Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah,
But, like, if
that
you're
was
talking
a
about-
big deal. Like
Yeah,
in
that
like
was huge.
1998.
I had the game. I don't know if you guys remember. There was an actual game that came out,
Yeah,
like the old football games and shit. But it was actually Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I remember when the first dude won the $1 million and how legit it was. This dude stunted on everybody. Do you remember what he
Yeah,
did?
he called his dad and said, "Hey, Dad, I
I'm
just want
about
to let
to
you know
win."
you."
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he
be a
was
millionaire."
like, I don't even need this fucking phone a friend. I'm just calling to tell you I'm winning $1 million. And
I mean, that was that's the only show
"That's a big dick
It's
move."
weird, but yes, it is. It's a very big dick move. But I even remember what the question was. I don't remember all the answers, but I remember what the right answer was.
Well,
It made that big of a hit in my impressionable brain. It was which president appeared on the show Laugh-In? And the answer was Richard Nixon. It was like a 1970s variety show or something like
Right.
that. So, like, the answer, like, I didn't know
I
it
would've
when
guessed Jimmy
was-
Carter.
Yeah, I mean, for real. Like, but yeah.
I guess he would have been on Hee Haw.
Hey, I watched that show one time. It's fucking shit.
I bet. I won't disagree with you there. I've never seen Hee Haw. I don't like any of that shit, dude.
None of it?
I didn't like Dukes of Hazzard either.
Like, I don't like any of them old hillbilly shows.
Oh,
like,
okay. I thought you meant like you don't like variety shows like SNL and.
Well, no, I like some variety shows, but like SNL was always a hit with me, but I haven't watched it in years.
See, I always liked the Mad TV better.
Dave
It's just
Chappelle had
Stewart.
the best.
Yeah, Chappelle killed them all.
Yeah.
Did you watch Chappelle's new stand-up, the 8 minutes and
fuck,
46
yes, I did,
I
dude.
fucking,
No,
I
I
teared
didn't.
up.
You
like-
didn't watch it?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
It's-
I couldn't find it on Netflix. I
It's on
found it
YouTube only.
Yeah.
Did you
but
see what it says? It
it's-
says Netflix is a joke.
Yeah, Netflix is a joke is Netflix's comedy account.
Oh, okay,
So that's
okay.
what they post all their comedy stuff from Netflix.
Cody thought
as
there
a
was
joke.
beef. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was excited. I was like, you guys hear about this
it's
beef
a
with Dave Chappelle?
Netflix special, but produced by Netflix, but it's airing
Only
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube?
I think it's so everybody can see it.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and
Is it more serious?
Oh,
or-
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's weird too because comedy is all about being on stage all the time, working out. Dave Chappelle, it says at the beginning that it's been 93 days or something like that since he was on stage,
Which makes
and
sense
this is
because of COVID-19.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, they address that like all the chairs are stacked they're only two together, and then it'll be a big space, and then another set of two. Everybody had on masks and everything. They were taking everyone's temperature at the gate. Like they did a good job, and it was a small outdoor venue. It looked like. And so he just got up there and started talking like Dave Chappelle, and it was good shit.
If
man.
you haven't watched it, you need to, because there's so
Yes.
much more shit. The title of it's 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what all that is, but he plays off of that 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yes.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Trisha was like, "This ain't Dave Chappelle." I was like, "Well,
Well, it is, but he hits on Candace Owens and like hard. Tells her, calls her stinky pussy.
Yeah, it's still, but he still made
little teaser there.
he still made me laugh a little bit, which it like
exactly.
rectifies his gloriness.
I mean, no, he was great. Like, yeah, it was more serious, but I still laughed a couple times. It was just still great to watch him talk about shit. Like,
We've talked about him being the GOAT comedian in our lifetime.
right?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
like,
You think all time? You think
Yeah.
he's better than Pryor? Or
yeah,
He's
Hart?
better
I
than
think
Murray.
Dave Chappelle is the best stand-up comedian of all time.
Oh, that's-
Hey, Joe Rogan, I don't know if he's copying our shit, but Joe Rogan talked about it on his podcast with
I'm
him
sure he
and Kevin Hart.
listens.
Yeah, he does. But he talked about it on his podcast with Kevin Hart,
Uh-huh.
which I like that little dig he made at Kevin Hart, too, and that shit. But he said,
Yeah,
said
in that
Yeah.
special, that was funny.
they both said that Dave Chappelle's the GOAT. There's no,
yeah.
it's like James Harden in basketball. There's no,
Well, talking about comedians,
It's hey, how about this for just a second? If if you want to talk about the greatest and shit like that, you've got think about what happened between the 80s and the 2000s. Then this just adds another list. Most people say Michael Jordan in basketball. Most people say Tiger Woods in golf. Most people say Dave Chappelle in stand-up comedy. Most people will say Mike Tyson in boxing as just the flash in the pan GOAT. When they were there, when they were in their prime, nobody could ever touch them. Why is all these people popping up right then in that specific time period? Isn't that wild?
do you think it's because they have a mix of work ethic that younger generation doesn't have because of an entitlement issue, and then mixed with super talent that they already were just born with?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is because, they all are around the same age, Think about that.
but
Like,
Brady ain't saying shit.
What?
Brady's not really doing nothing.
What do you
Brady?
mean?
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady
Yeah.
is not doing.
Yeah, well, he's
Well,
None of
I guess
them-
I don't get where you're like, what do you mean
No,
coming
he's
up?
asking
Just
why-
like,
I'm saying,
Why
why
are
are
they
all
all-
these
why-
these people that are the greatest of all time at whatever the venture they are in? They're all around the same age.
Not only
Oh,
are they
okay.
around the same
Yeah,
age,
yeah.
they're in our generation. Like we're
Yes.
seeing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get
we're
what you're
not having
saying.
to flash back to the 50s or
Yeah.
But,
And this just
do you think
adds
that's
one
how it
more
was-
to the list, is what I'm saying. Like,
But I want to keep talking about comedians
Yeah.
real quick. I was told to ask Cody about pissing in a bottle at a Rodney Carrington show.
God damn it.
this sounds like a good story.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy
I mean, we're talking about great comedians.
Rodney's fucking amazing. Yeah, let's
Titties and beer, yeah.
Yeah.
let's pre-reference this a little bit and go back to
I'm not good with words.
my buddy. My buddy Chump had won tickets on the radio. His wife didn't
That's how
want
you
to
know
go.
it's a good show.
Yeah.
Doesn't it was WZZL? I mean, the only fucking radio station I listen to. But anyway, his wife didn't want to go, so he's like, "Hey, butt rag, you want to go?"
Hey,
I said-
Butterhag, my wife can't go. You want to go?
So I
Here,
said.
you give good head.
So we started the
You
night
don't
off.
see what it tastes like.
So we started the night off. As soon as I got off work, I went to the liquor store, got a pint of Wild Turkey 101, killed it, killed about 6 beers, and then we went to the show.
I'm believing this story.
Yeah.
So we get to the show, and poor Chump, I'm one of them guys who slaps you. Did you fucking hear that? Did
Oh,
you hear him?
man.
Yeah, that was.
That shit gets annoying.
Well, at one point, I had taken my jacket off and put it over my crotch. I had to piss horribly. So I took that empty bottle, or that half pint of Wild Turkey 101, and proceeded to piss in it with a bunch of people around us. And Chump just so happened to give me the, did you hear that? And
Did you spill it?
I spilled the piss all over the place.
All over you?
Oh my god.
All over you, too?
Yes. And it's one of those things where
Where
you
was this
so
concert at?
that makes it even worse. The Carson Center.
nice auditorium.
At Carson Center.
It's a nice auditorium.
Dwight Yoakam's been there before.
That's how you know it's classy.
Yeah, but I ended up walking out with a huge puddle of piss.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a rough one, man.
Okay, I'm glad you said Dwight Yoakam's been there, because that gives me another question.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather have an iconic small role in one movie? You're a one-hit wonder, like Dwight Yoakam did in Sling Blade.
Uh-huh.
Or would you rather have like a meaningless secondary role in a super popular TV show that's syndicated? You know, like we use like Gunther from Friends. You know,
Right.
somebody that
Shit show, by the way.
Somebody that probably gets paid.
yeah,
Like, still.
yeah, it's still gonna get paid.
Yeah.
But if they weren't in the show, they could have still had the show.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather go with?
Basically, you're saying fortune versus fame. Would you rather be iconic and probably, have this one small role, but you were really awesome at it in the movie, so your one thing you're getting out of that is fame? Or would you rather have a smaller, more insignificant role on a show in which you still got paid for 40 episodes worth of work and you still get paid during syndication, so over a lifetime it's more steady money?
Right, but I'm also saying that you're not the star of either one.
Right.
But I'm saying that you made like a super impact. You know, you might have a memorable line.
Dude, I have to go, which y'all know me, The Office. Fucking Mose off The Office. That guy was fucking directing the shit, but nobody knew about it.
And Mose did.
He was the
And
director?
Mose is actually, he did Parks and Rec too.
Oh, wow.
So
love Parks and Rec.
yeah,
I
dude,
love
I'm going.
Parks and Rec.
I'm going with fucking Mose because he had some standout that you kind of still remember.
So you would take the secondary TV role that goes
totally.
into syndication.
Yeah,
You know, I don't know. I think I'd want somebody quoting me forever. You know,
Yeah.
that might be some narcissism or something.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, you want the fame. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
just
it's probably because you already have the fortune.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, how much richer do you have to be, Dustin? Jesus.
Hey, poor
He
fucks,
just wants
what you-
everybody to know his face, too. Goddamn, man. Some people
when
want
you
it
got
all.
a face like this, you want everybody to see it.
So you're talking about like when Step Brothers came out?
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but me and my friends were like reenacting that shit.
Dude,
so is that what
I
you
still
mean?
quote that fucking
Well,
movie.
yeah, but
Like,
both John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell have the
Yeah.
more
they're
more
famous
memorable
already.
lines. and
But
they
like
were-
Derek in that movie was fucking
Derek,
badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The brother did have.
So I would have to.
I
I
mean,
would
Rob
totally go
Riggle
with
in that movie is funny. He's like, I just want to punch you in the face. He's like, what can I do to change your mind? He's like, rearrange your face. Like, I just
So
want to
Zane,
punch
which
you.
one are you going for?
I mean, I would say I'd probably want the. I would love. I tell you, probably my dream job would be to be an actor. So I would want something that maybe the more memorable one, just because, like, if that was your only shot, you'd want to be remembered for doing it,
Right.
Like, for being good at it.
So all in or go home.
Yeah. Like, I think my dream would be to be like a fucking
Commercials.
leading man kind of actor in movies and shit like that. Like, that would be the coolest shit ever.
I thought you were gonna be like Jake from State Farm. You know?
No, I wouldn't
Memorable
want-
from a commercial.
Yeah.
Flow.
Yeah. Speaking of flow, I have none, so I
Aaron
wouldn't want to be
Rodgers.
the main fucking star of any movie.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite animated movie?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ooh, son of a.
Did he
Yeah, you
steal
didn't
it?
think about that, did
Did
you?
he
No,
steal
that
it?
was that's it. I mean, that's
That was legit. What you
yeah,
were
it's
gonna say?
so fucking good,
Fucking
man.
dude, that was the best.
I don't
animated
remember
mo-
it.
Of course you don't. You suck. God.
Go home and watch
Go
it.
home and watch Who Framed Roger
You'll
Rabbit.
never be more scared of fucking acid in your life.
Oh
Really?
man, when you're like
Seeing those
high
tunes
five
get-
and you see them get melted and steamrolled and acided and
See, Alice in Wonderland fucked me up. I couldn't ever
That
like the one with Johnny Depp in it. I never did
Dude,
watch
I
the
never watched
original
that
I
one.
hate Alice in Wonderland. That shit gives me the creeps.
fucked
Like
me
just
up.
like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, dude.
Yeah.
I hate that shit too.
you stole mine, but I'm gonna go Shrek.
Shrek.
I'm gonna take Shrek.
Trisha is going. Well, baby, she
Shrek
yeah,
was
yeah.
good. The Lord Farquaad was funny in that fucking movie.
See, did
like,
you
with
follow any after the first one?
Yeah, I watched all three.
Really?
I didn't watch like the Shrek and a half or whatever. You know, the
I don't think I
kids
ever
are-
saw more than just the first Shrek.
But I've seen the three main movies,
Yeah.
and it had the kid appeal, but it also played to the adults, and that's what I liked about it. You know,
I remember my mom watching it and being like, "I don't like that movie. There's too many like adult jokes hidden in
Yeah.
there." And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's not really a kids movie.
No.
I mean,
I'm probably
like,
gonna piss you off. I know I'm gonna piss Dustin off for sure. Which Cassie's always making jokes about Dustin and Trisha being soulmates, and that pretty much just fucking locked it up right there with the Shrek. But the Looney Tunes with Brendan Fraser. Do you guys remember that?
Never watched
Yeah.
the movie.
It
What was
fucking
the-
killed Space Jam.
Oh, shut the
You
fuck
shut
up.
the fuck
God
up.
damn.
Space
what was
Jam's
the movie
so-
called?
It
That
was
should
Looney
have been my
Tunes.
It was
answer.
just called
It
Looney
but
was just
Tunes?
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, I figured you were going to go Space
That's why I
Jam.
thought you were going to.
no.
I thought the Looney Tunes with
Well,
Brendan
that's
Fraser
one
was.
notch down on the Michael Jordan ball washer scale that you are.
Well, I mean, that movie has two of my favorite humans in it ever with
Bill.
Murray.
Bill
too.
Murray. Yeah, I mean,
But I guess as far as my favorite would probably be Toy Story. I know that's stupid, but
Only why
I
would that
grew
be
up on that
stupid?
first movie.
That's an
That's-
iconic movie in
yeah,
American
it's got like
cinema.
100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like one of the greatest movies ever produced,
Especially
probably.
animated.
What do you guys think about these new, and I'm doing air quotes here, live action?
Like Aladdin
they're
and
animated
shit.
fucking movies, like
Yeah.
The Jungle Book and stuff.
Or
Like
The Jungle Book and Lion King.
right,
Aladdin was trash.
I didn't
fucking
see
Will.
I liked it.
but-
I thought it was trash.
Are you
But-
just trying to hate on Will?
No, I
Will
love
Smith?
Will. I love
Dude,
Will.
I love Will Smith.
I do love
I
Will.
mean, he's no Robin Williams, but he did a good genie.
Yeah,
Um,
but what do you think about
the Lion
this?
King
Like,
fucking ruined.
the-
Like I didn't find
I didn't
anything.
see. I haven't seen.
I liked The Lion King for Donald Glover being Simba.
Yeah, but like fucking Beauty and the Beast, that shit was trash.
It did.
Dude, I love the Beauty and the
yeah, I
Beast.
thought it was trash.
No,
The only thing that I didn't like about Lion King is they didn't have Ed, the stupid hyena. They didn't have him in there, and he was the highlight
Yeah.
of the hyenas, just
I
doing
mean,
the
I
dumb
love
shit.
him. Yeah, but so basically, I mean, what I'm saying here is what constitutes an animated movie, because I picked Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Space Jam's along the same vein. It's real
Yeah, I
people
was-
along with
Looney
animation.
I
Tunes
was
is the
in.
same thing too.
I was really thinking more like Toy Story
Yeah,
or
pure
or
animated
Shrek,
movie,
but
but-
I was going to throw you a curveball with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and
But I hit it out of the park.
and you just
Hey, Zane ain't
You were-
catching no curveballs today.
yeah,
but-
you were sitting on fastball, and that's what I threw.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, at what point do you call it? Because they call these movies now live action, but 90% of them CGI. So aren't they still an animated movie?
See, I don't think
guess-
so.
no.
It has to have the bright colors and the
No.
fakeness shit for me.
So you're saying Space Jam's not an animated movie because it's got real people in it?
So then your Looney Tune answer is out the window.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't go with that. I went with Toy Story.
Yeah.
I was trying to throw a curveball, but I'm
So
just so
you're
stupid.
saying-
You didn't even know I was
So
trying
what
to throw
about
something.
Avatar?
That was
I've never
shit.
seen it.
I haven't either.
That movie is shit.
James is
Wait.
on my ass about it. He let me borrow it for
20
like 6 months one
20-second
time.
timeout. Tyler, I know you've seen it. I know you don't like being on the mic. What do you think about Avatar? Where does it fit in?
I mean, it's animated, I would call it.
I mean, it's like the
So it
most-
holds up. It's animated.
Yeah, it's animated.
I can't argue with Tyler. I don't know if anybody here can argue with Tyler, but you think that was animated though?
I mean, if you're considering the other stuff animated.
Tyler's
Yeah.
always on our ass about talking into the mic.
Yeah,
and he
he's
is not.
purposely.
He is not talking to
He's got his hair between him and the mic.
It's impossible for Tyler not to have his hair in between him and anything.
I can't even tell if his mic's turned off or not.
So we talked about it a little bit. What about Disney movie? What's your favorite animated Disney movie?
Ooh, that's a good one.
'Cause
That
I
is a
think
good
I have
one.
the answer that no one's ever going to say.
Then
So
I want to
I'm
hear
gonna-
it.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Robin Hood with the foxes.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Did you growing up?
The freaking music, everything. I loved
Yeah.
it.
I
See-
know what you're talking about. And it was good, but I think I liked. I don't know, man. The Little Mermaid is my favorite fucking Disney movie.
Really?
Yeah, you talk
You
about
and
a
Olivia have a lot of
soundtrack.
time.
You talk about a soundtrack, man. Does anything beat Under the Sea? Any Disney song beat Under the Sea?
Oh, they'll say,
The Lion, yeah,
The
you're-
Lion King,
Dude,
yeah.
fuck the Lion King,
And
dude.
those-
Under
you-
the Sea, that shit just hits
slaps.
hard, bro. That slaps. Like
Beauty and-
Sebastian's got the fucking pipes, man.
Beauty and the Beast had a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it did, but they still don't beat Under the Sea, man.
Well, I don't know if mine. I don't know if mine had
Everything's
a,
better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. That's what Sebastian says. That's okay. Case closed. Can we say?
yeah, but like the hit.
Clam closed.
Yeah.
Touche. What do you got, Cody?
See, I want to. All right, I want to come back to a question on this, but mine doesn't have a really good soundtrack. Mine's
doesn't
hands
have
down.
to.
Mine's hands down The Fox and the Hound.
Dude, I love
I
the
so
can't.
Fox and the
sad.
Hound.
That's the
Almost
first
said
fucking
that.
movie I cry. I can
so
remember crying.
sad,
Hey,
man.
what's the one movie that makes you cry when you watch it? Like that every time you
The
can
Green
guarantee
Mile.
if
The
you're
Green
in your
Mile, I can't-
okay,
I
that's an
can't.
excellent answer. I
Yeah,
know
I
mine
can't.
for sure. Mine is Forrest fucking Gump, dude. When dude, there's
Which
like
part though?
5 or 6 different parts, dude. When his mama dies, and like
Yeah.
when he tries to protect Jenny, and she still gets on the bus with that motherfucker and shit like that.
See,
like,
I was more like, fuck Jenny. She's gonna
dude,
catch herpes.
Jenny
or
breaks
something.
his heart every time, and it's sad. Like, you love Forrest, and he's like, fucking, this chick is just trampling all over him. He knows it too. He's not that stupid, but he puts up with it anyway because he loves her. Like, it's intense, man. Forrest
Dustin's
Gump
never
makes me
cried
cry.
in a movie, I don't think.
Yeah, probably not.
So then we might be getting a fucking.
He
I'm
cried in
struggling.
Richie Rich when the parents got kidnapped.
I can see myself doing that.
Blank check whenever he wrote it.
Yeah, exactly. When he gets somebody else's money out of the bank, he's like, "Oh my god, that's my nightmare."
What about the Notebook? I hear people cry on the Notebook.
Yeah,
People cried in
yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
What
too,
do you
though.
think, though? Yeah. What's a movie that'll give you a good cry? Old Yeller?
You gotta have one that kind of like made you tear up just a little bit.
I'm sure there is, but I can't. Marley and Me.
Oh, yeah.
God
I
damn
never
it.
saw I never saw it.
I'll cry just thinking
I
about
bet
that fucking
Cody's
movie.
got like 7 or 8
Yeah.
at least, on this
Marley
list.
and Me.
Yeah.
Cody cries a lot.
I finally thought of one. It was Marley and Me. Old Yeller, whenever I was a kid, hit me.
Yeah.
But once you see it the first time, you expect the dog to get shot.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
But you guys are a little bit older, but like the hidden agendas in like the Disney movies, was that real?
I remember all that stuff coming out back then, but I don't think it was legit.
Like
I
that-
think it's just creeps looking at every frame, looking for some accidental dick in a
Or
million frames of animation
Sex
for this
in the
one
stars
movie. Yes.
in the Lion King.
Yeah.
You know,
The only one that always fucked me up was, remember the little rescuers, the little mice?
I
Rescuers-
love that fucking movie, The
Rescuers Down
Rescuers.
Under.
Well, the one where they're going down the roller coaster, I always heard.
Rescuers
If
Down
you,
Under was the sequel, wasn't it? Or
I don't know.
was
That's the one
it-
I remember.
think yeah,
but there's one thing like they
I might be wrong.
put it in where it's a picture of boobs when they're going down the roller coaster. I always heard that one. I just don't remember.
remember there was one, I think, that's come out. I forget which one it was, but and it's been edited out since. But that I guess a rogue animator actually threw something into one of those movies one time. I can't hear just spouting off bullshit basically because I can't back it up. But that's what I heard, was that like one of those conspiracies was actually legit because somebody got pissed off and put it in there. It was like in 1 or 2 frames in some scene, and it ended up getting discovered.
And you can't even
later.
remember what movie it was?
No, I can't. I'm dumb.
You flowed better than I did, though.
All right. I sent you guys a question. I want your answers. You've created a new alarm clock, and it's called the Rude Awakening. How does it wake you up?
I think a rude awakening would be that every day it plays a different audio clip from a porn file, and so that way it's not the same one, so you can't convince people like, oh, it's my alarm clock. Like, you have to really be up and get on your shit to get that alarm clock turned off before everybody starts hearing it through the house and thinks you're in there
What if you
watching
live
porn every
alone?
morning. Well, I mean, then you're a loser anyway, so who gives a fuck about you?
What about you? Cody, you thinking?
I'm thinking. I think
right.
I got one, but
I think it's just like something you slide under your mattress, and like whenever it goes off, it just flips your mattress and you hit the floor. And
Damn, yeah, that would suck.
God, it would suck every
Every
morning.
day.
You know that you can get flipped out of your fucking bed. That's the only way to wake Tyler up. And I still don't know if he'd get up.
No.
He would just lay there. What about you, Cody?
that would probably be a dick punch.
Yeah.
Some
like,
sort of dick punch.
Like there's a little mallet that comes out of
Yeah.
So
whack.
Blaine just comes in there like you took his Nintendo
Yeah.
and he punches you in the dick.
That would totally be what it would be. A punch in the dick wakes me up every.
Did you say that there was something about Blaine that you wanted to talk about? You're real
Well, I
vague.
had an interesting question that I kind of want to spring on you.
Uh-huh.
So we don't need to know who I was having the conversation with, but the conversation got brought up with, how would you feel if your child come up to you and said that they were gay? Which, of course, I mean, I don't give a shit. He lives his life. Whatever
Right.
makes him happy,
Right.
I completely support it.
Yeah.
But the dude was like, well, I would feel a little bit better because, you know, if a girl breaks my son's heart, there's nothing I can do about it. Now, if a guy breaks
You
his
can whoop
heart,
his
I'm going
ass.
to beat the shit out of him. And the first
That's a
thing
good
that
way to
popped
think
into
about
my
it.
fucking head was a headline being,
Oh, yeah,
local
gay
man
bash.
gets beat up by a gay man.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I mean, I fucking.
Have you seen that? I don't know if it's a real headline, but it circulates social media where 2 robbers break into a house. They hear that the guy's gay, so they think they're going to overpower him. And he's like this ex-prisoner, and he's huge and buff, and he beats the fuck out of both of them.
Damn.
See, that's what this dude was like, confident that he could beat the fuck out of some
Just
other
'cause they're
dude.
gay?
That's just he's gay, and I was like,
That's profiling, and profiling is wrong.
well, I was like, there's not very many people I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
beat
not gonna
up.
lie, you had me in the first half. Like, I was on board until that part, but no, I think I mean it wouldn't it would depend. I guess with my son and my daughter would be different. Like if my daughter came up and said she was gay, I would almost be more relieved because I know what assholes men are. And if my son came up and said he was gay, I would be more disappointed because I know what assholes men are. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're not nice like women are most of the time. Like they're the comforting, nurturing ones,
Right.
and I want my child to have that in their partner. Like so,
See,
I
the-
get it. You know,
If I had an only child, there would probably be a different answer.
yeah,
Because, you want the lineage. You want the
Yeah.
family lineage. So there would be a slight disappointment there. But having more than one kid, then, you're going to probably get that. So
yeah.
there would be no disappointment, I don't think.
No, I don't
See,
think
I
so.
wouldn't be
I think,
disappointed,
I
but
think it'd be shock at first, and then, you just go on with your life.
I don't know. I think you'd probably be able to tell by the time they even figured it out.
yeah, I would be more worried about it because I gotta size this motherfucker up when he walks in.
Yeah.
and if Blaine's not a bear or
Yeah,
whatever,
I mean,
what they
yeah.
call it, I'm gonna be fucked.
Not
Well,
that I've
I mean,
looked it up.
I haven't looked it up or nothing.
Yeah,
but-
what if he brings home some big jacked fucking, beach
Yeah.
muscles guy, and it's like, what are you gonna say to that dude? Nothing. Like,
hey, you
know?
should treat my son a little better.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
He's
I
like,
mean?
how about I fucking fold you up and put you in my pocket, old man? You're like, okay, I can't do shit about it. So,
I mean, that's got to worry you a little bit.
well, that's what scares me about my daughter bringing home guys. Like,
Right.
what if she brings home some asshole that beats her, and he's a lot fucking bigger and meaner than me? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you can be polishing your gun, but he's already got one. So
yeah,
what you gonna
exactly.
do?
Or he just flexes on you. And he's like, dude, I will whoop your ass and take that from you. It's like, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Like it's just scary thinking about your children like giving themselves up and being vulnerable to anyone. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrifying because we've all been through heartache. We know what it feels like, and it's not good. I mean, maybe not Dustin, but
No heartache over here.
No, he gets what he fucking wants.
yeah, it comes from the souls of the underprivileged children he used to make his fortune.
Or did you guys see the fucking? We haven't told Dustin yet, but me, Zane, and Tyler kind of scoped out the backyard, pre-referencing back to last episode. But we kind of scoped out the backyard, and Tyler brought to our attention there's a fucking hacksaw back there by the fucking
Dustin,
tree.
have you been cutting trees down with a fucking hacksaw, man? There's like
No.
a dozen trees down back there.
No, I was cutting them down with a chainsaw. Chainsaw got stuck, so I had to finish a little cut so I could get the chainsaw unstuck. I couldn't manhandle it by myself, so
But
and I just didn't clean up because I'm fucking trash. So
Apparently.
Dude, Zane said something out there that fucking made me laugh. We were trying to figure out what all the
what I'm
orange,
good
all the orange marks on the trees
did
were.
you say
Yeah.
orange? Are you
Orange.
that redneck?
He's all them orange marks. But yeah, they were like, hey, what are these marks? So you think these are like the trees he's gonna cut? And I was like, fuck no, why would they do something like that? It's his own house. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I forgot. Dustin's the responsible one. Yes, he probably did go and mark all the trees that he was gonna cut out. Did you or did you not put an orange mark on all the trees you're gonna cut down in your backyard?
I did.
God damn it. Of course you did.
That's the most responsible thing that I think
It's
I've
your
ever
own yard. You just walk back. You don't like the look of one of them. You just cut it the fuck down.
I just wanted some order. I gotta have some
Of
order.
course you did.
seen. He's got to feel like he's in control. I don't know.
It's a real problem.
I bet his socks are in his sock drawer right now. What do you think?
Do you think they got matches?
Yeah.
They're like folded up together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're rolled together.
Are
Yeah,
you fucking
roll together,
serious?
Jesus.
God. Dude, I've not worn a matching sock since fucking third grade.
I have to have matches, but I will dig for them forever.
Like
until I
Tyler
get
can
match-
fuck.
Well, y'all
Tyler
just throw
can
your
vouch
socks
for it
all
right
in.
now. Like I'm not wearing the same
pile
sock.
in my closet floor because I won't put them up.
It's just all willy nilly. You don't put them together whenever they come out of the wash.
No,
No,
I wait
fuck
until
no.
I'm gonna put them on and then I put them together.
You have to put
Dude,
them
my
together.
dream, I told Leah about this the other day. My dream is, like, for my birthday or something, what I want to do is throw out all my socks and buy, like, a dozen pair of the exact same style. So that way, if I find 2 socks, they're going to be a match.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't do that already?
No, I mean, every now and again, you get a pack of socks, and it's like, you don't want to throw out your old ones until you just got to. Like, you know?
I fuck with Trisha. I wear Trisha socks, and my feet are way bigger than my wife's.
No, that
Yeah.
is not true. I have a story on Cody. Continue, though.
God damn it. Okay. Anyway, my feet are kind of bigger
Smaller
than my
than your
wife's. But I piss her off because my big toe, which,
It's probably gross.
yeah, sometimes I don't bite down as hard as I should have when I rip it off. But anyway, like the big toe will poke holes through the socks.
Oh, god damn, man.
Hey, when we're done here, come kick down some trees for me.
But I'll poke a hole, and whenever she's getting ready, I'll hear, God damn it! What, babe? Stop wearing my fucking socks! I'm like,
Why are you wearing your old lady's socks so dusty?
I'm going to tell you
let's
why.
hear this.
Okay. So when I first met Cody, we got fairly close. He'd come over and every Thursday and watch Thursday Night Football. That was his break from his ex.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm not going to say that because he'll get in trouble.
Say it, motherfucker.
Okay, well, he had to give foot rubs every night before bed. So he had to make sure he got home before she went to bed. But apparently the tradition hasn't held up with the new old lady. So, and he can't ask for me to cut it out.
Yeah,
I
good
can't.
point.
It's out there.
So anyway, he got in between jobs and he was hurting, and he come in and he had the worst pair of fucking tennis shoes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ratty as fuck, and I was like, dude, I've got a pair of shoes if you need a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
Like, seriously, bro.
Yeah.
I really did need a pair of shoes.
And
It was
he
rough.
was like, well, what size are they? And I was like, they're 10 and a half. You know, and he's like, I mean, I'll take them. And I was like, well, what size do you wear? He goes, well, I wear like a 9.5, but
So
I
8.5.
but I really need a 7.
What the fuck?
He goes, and I was like, why do you wear too big? He goes, well, I don't want everybody to know that I got tiny feet. So he would just wear shoes that would be flopping around his fucking feet.
Like, no wonder they were all beat up and wore out.
Like, I might not trip over myself as much as I would if I wore the correct size shoe.
And how long ago was this?
Just like a couple years ago.
Oh, so you still wear a 7 nowadays?
No, I moved up to an 8, but I still wear 10s.
He could shop in the kids section and spend so much.
No, I get it.
Less.
I thought I had small feet. I'm a tall guy, and I only wear a 10.5.
Yeah, I
or
wear
10.5
10.5.
wide.
Yeah,
But-
I wear wides.
I wear an 8 with a little bit of room to give.
Yeah. So,
So you're 7.5.
Yeah.
Probably 7.5.
So that's
Okay,
why he
there's
wears-
no shame in it. I mean, it's just feet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean,
What I would be more concerned about if I was your wife is how gross it would be to wear socks after you. Like, no offense, because it would be the same for me. That's one of the reasons my wife's got large feet for a woman, but they're not bigger than mine. Mine are still bigger than hers. But, like, my feet sweat and they stink and shit like that. Like, I'm not going to dirty up her little socks. Like,
That's what we got a washer
She's
for.
got pretty cute feet. Oh, yeah, but I mean, like...
they sweat too.
Yeah, they
poop
do.
too.
Yeah, I know they do, but
Yeah.
like she don't stink like I do. Like her whole body, I sweat and everything. Like she's, I mean, hell, you know, like it's pretty wild. I don't know how it happens.
I'm
but it's
constantly
pretty
told how
top-notch.
bad I stink.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
like,
you look like you stink.
I can get out of a shower and still stink.
I believe it. Since you don't wash the under part of your belly, you fucking sick fuck.
I wish my dick stunk because it was so big and it's just hard to clean, but
It doesn't work that
fucking
way.
stinks. Yeah. You guys have never smelled my dick though.
No. You've smelled Tyler's. Or you're supposed to.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to.
Hey, there was a moment where me and Tyler were up there by myself, and I was like, "Is he going to be like, hey, bud, you owe me 2 blowjobs?"
And he's a lot bigger than you, so if he wanted him, he's getting
Yeah, exactly. You've
That's
already told us how not tough you are. So.
And we witnessed it on the weight bench.
Hey, I felt good about myself when I left. I was fucking tired as shit, but I got home and I was like, "Yeah, babe, I just bench pressed." She goes, "How much you did?" I was like, "I'd probably like 175, 180." How much was it?
135.
One time.
Yeah. I got 115, so you beat me, but
Yeah, but your fucking arm span's a lot bigger than mine.
I'm a lot smaller than you too. I'm a tiny little feller.
You said you had some other stuff, Cody. What do you got?
Oh, have you guys been able to check out this? There's a mini series or a documentary. Is the same fucking thing?
Docu-series?
Docu-series. Yeah, there
Ooh,
you go.
That's a good.
There's one on that just came out on Sundance. It probably came out a couple months ago, but it kept blowing up on my Facebook feed. It's I can't remember.
No, you gotta have the name if you're gonna
Can't
throw it on
remember
us.
the fucking. What is it, Tyler?
How the fuck would he know?
No one saw a thing.
No one saw a thing.
That's why he would know.
Yeah. So it's No One Saw a Thing, and basically what it is there was a town that executed vigilante justice. So there was
Like martial law?
Yeah, they called him a bully. He was fucking like 14-year-olds and marrying them.
Hunt them down.
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy basically bullied this whole town. And the townspeople said, you know what, fuck it, we're going to take care of ourselves. So he went outside a bar with his wife one day, which his wife was like 14 or 15, and they killed the motherfucker. I mean, walked out,
Wow.
pop, pop, pop.
Whole town.
Whole town, 60
Hell.
people.
All of them with guns?
They
Caesar
weren't.
style, man.
They said
Fucking-
that there was a couple people with guns, but this town fucking locked down
and nobody
would not
said
say
shit.
a fucking word.
Dude, that's legit. Like, that's legit.
But
Do you think? I don't know how real that would be, though. Do you think 60 people could agree enough to get away to like
this dude was
really
rough?
keep it tight?
Yeah, this dude was rough.
What if you're one of the 58 people that wasn't holding a gun?
But
Like,
the town was so fucking scared that 60 of these motherfuckers got together to kill this dude that if they spoke up or said anything, then they would be next.
And this
Well,
is on Sundance.
It's on
think-
Sundance.
I think that's. I mean, I think it's more likely probably than a group of 4 people say getting
Yeah,
away
I
with
agree.
it because with
you
4
can,
people
you can hem
threaten.
them up. You could.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can divide them and conquer and like
You're not-
get one of them to slip.
I'm
You're-
guessing this is a small town. You're not
Yeah.
putting 60 motherfuckers in a local jail.
yeah, I
No,
think it's like
exactly.
200 people, but
can't-
there's so many.
You can't sweat 60 people at a
Yeah.
time like that.
The
like-
sheriff fucking left the town whenever all this happened, conveniently. But the crazy thing, I mean, that's crazy in itself, but the more fucked up thing was that crazy shit started happening.
Like what?
Like
Like
what?
haunting?
More people started getting killed. There was a lady who got a baby cut out of her stomach.
God damn. Do you think people got like a bloodlust after killing that guy?
See, I don't know. There was a kid that went.
There's no answer to this? You've seen the whole thing? Or
I've seen the whole thing, and there's
zero answers.
You get no answers. So
What the
what?
fuck? I don't know,
if I
man.
want to watch
Ooh,
it.
that's
I'd
tough.
be mad.
I was on
But
board.
they're blaming it on the original killing.
Yeah.
I think there was 9 killings, and they said what's so crazy about it is you have 9 murders in a town of 280.
Yeah,
that's a
that's a
fucking
lot.
shitload.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
But they
that
all
ratio is huge.
yeah, but they blame it on that this dude's haunting the fucking town.
Oh.
You got to check it out because
No,
there's
I
a
mean,
lot of shit.
take-
Zane doesn't
Technically-
believe in ghosts. So
Yeah,
he's
technically
not
no, but think about this. Like, the
You don't believe in
actions
Indian-
of that night could be haunting everyone from within their own psyche. Think about it like that. It's
So-
not necessarily a ghost haunting people and making them kill people, but it's the psychological trauma they went through from murdering a man that has made them, like I said, maybe more apt to do it again or something.
He doesn't believe in ghosts, but do you
Of
believe
course
in
not.
like fucked up shit happening on Indian burial grounds and
no,
stuff like
that's
that?
ghosts. Like, none of that stuff's real,
I don't
man.
think-
Paranormal is not real
fucking
to me.
juju.
Like, no, none of it's real to me. Like, I wish it were. Like, you know what's funny is my favorite thing in the world is something that I know is 100% not real, and that's magic. Like, if I see a good magician, like, that shit just blows my mind. I fucking love magic. But I know it's not real. But that's what makes it so interesting to me is that it's so good that it makes, even though I know it's not real, it makes me think that's fucking magic. I can't explain it.
I used
Like,
to until I seen fucking David Blaine, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker's legit.
But have you seen the show on Netflix called Magic for Humans?
I wanted to
You
watch
know?
it, but no.
It's really good. Like, and it's clean. Like, I watch it with the kids and stuff. Like,
No ghosts are real.
no ghosts are real.
Not even the Holy Ghost.
No, especially not the Holy Ghost.
Just that
Which,
ass.
hey, that's funny on that Magic for Humans.
Are you saying that Jesus was a magician?
Well, he wasn't a very good one.
He was for a long time.
But no, like, in this one part, it's hilarious. He gets this dude to blow into this plastic bag, and it's a clear plastic bag, and as the dude's just blowing out a regular breath, it looks like it's filling up with smoke, and he's like, the guy was dressed as a cop, he's like, are you high? And the guy was funny as fuck, but he goes, because he blows it out, he goes, what's that in the bag? And the guy goes, the Holy Spirit.
God damn it.
You had some other stuff, Cody. You had a list.
I did,
because
but-
you love lists.
Speaking of the,
Hey, I got
I
a
guess-
question for you. If you have a house, okay, you hit the lottery and you got like burn it money. What's the one thing that most people don't have at their house that you would want that you think would be really cool?
a bidet. After
A
last
bidet?
week and the stream going on my ass, yeah, I
that
wanna-
would be it. If you had $1 billion lottery,
bidet.
it would be like a bidet in every
A bidet.
shitter. Yeah.
I'm gonna have the cleanest hemorrhoids ever.
You want to borrow one?
You cocksucker.
I legit have a bidet. In,
Do you really?
yeah. Do you need?
Of course he does. You
After
fucking-
this episode, if I go inside,
Does
No.
it really shoot water up your asshole?
I've never hooked
does
it
it
up.
feel good?
Oh.
I've never used it.
You such a
bullshit.
fucking liar.
Is
I swear
it?
to God.
Hey,
like
is it warm water or is it like regular pipe level water?
It's pipe water.
Oh, that's rough. That's a goose right there.
That's the rude awakening.
Yeah, it's like what is pipe water? Is like what 55 degrees or something?
Yeah,
It's
ground
on the
temperature.
ground?
Yeah, whatever ground temperature is.
Yeah, so I mean that's cold, right?
You
up
don't
your
wanna try
booster
it?
hole.
You never thought, hey, I wonder what this water up my
Well,
ass would
this
feel.
is what
I
it
don't
is.
believe you
It's-
if you own it and have never tried it.
Well, here it is. I bought it off of like this website. Is like you can buy them for like $60, and they hook up to your toilet,
Yeah.
and it just goes like under the seat, and
Yeah.
you hook it up to your the water line to your toilet. So you control it right there beside you.
Uh-huh.
I guess it can pulse or whatever the fuck it does.
Whatever it does.
Yeah.
It pulses.
Or whatever it does that I
But
would
I'm so
never
fucking
use.
lazy that I haven't ever gotten it out of the box and hooked it up.
Oh man.
Because I thought I did buy the one that was supposed to be heated water, but
Uh-huh.
you're supposed to run it from a hot water line, and I'm not getting
you
under the
don't-
house and going
Yeah.
and connected it to the sink because from the toilet to the sink is a pretty good span. And I don't want a fucking hose running across my.
Yeah. Well, think about that too. Like, you couldn't have one connected to a hot water line that would work because if it sat there for any length of time, then the amount of water that would come out of the bidet
Right,
would
it'd
be
be
cold
cold anyway.
before it would even get to
But
hot.
that's what it says to do. That's the instructions.
That's dumb. That's not legit.
Yeah,
Like,
I would-
you would have to have an onboard heater in order to make that work.
I would go over to my neighbor and it's like, hey, man, I'm out a lot of money for this fucking gravel. Can you book up this bidet? I'm tired
So
of
I
cold
can
water on
squirt
my...
water up my crack hole.
Y'all can look it up. It's like $60. Tushy.com.
Free plug.
Sponsor alert.
All right, so what would your motherfuckers be? Since
Mine would be like to have like an impenetrable fortress for a house.
Of course it would.
Yeah, it would. Like I just thought that would be so cool. It's like I was telling them, like the house from Crocodile Dundee 1, like to where it's this like
Yeah.
big concrete walls and security cameras and shit like that.
Ask
like,
someone with Bin Laden how that worked.
oh, I know, right? Well, I ain't planning on doing anything to get the Navy SEALs.
Then
after
why do you
me.
need walls?
I mean, I just think it's cool as fuck. I just think that ultimate sense of security, like if anything gets in here, I can fucking see it. Like
Yeah,
that would be
but
cool.
he didn't.
Yeah.
Those night ninjas come
Well,
in.
I mean, I don't know what kind of crib he was in, but my guess is it wasn't.
It was a hell of a
state-of-the-art.
compound.
Was
Are you
it?
still staying where you're at, though? Or
I
you
mean,
moving?
no. I would buy like large piece of property and like have part of it walled in. You know,
Okay,
like, no, you
okay.
can't wall in your whole property because it's like a castle, and your wall becomes effective. Your wall becomes defective. I think the further it is from your house because it gives people opportunities to get over it and then hide by the time they get to you.
Well, what if you have multiple walls?
Ooh, multiple layers of the wall. That's
Yeah.
not a bad. And what about moats?
Yeah,
Can you still add a
fall
moat?
pits.
Oh yeah.
Punji. What are they?
Punji pits?
Punji
Yeah,
pits.
no, that's probably a war crime.
The fuck is
No,
a-
I'm gonna say
What
no.
the fuck's a punji pit?
Well, here's what it is, Cody. In the 1960s and 70s, there was this conflict called the Vietnam War, okay? And what the North Vietnamese sometimes did was they would dig a little hole in the jungle floor and they would put sharpened pieces of bamboo in the bottom of it, okay? Well, here's the best part. They would also throw human feces all over it to make sure it was full of nice, healthy bacteria. And when an enemy soldier would step into this trap that they would cover with fronds and things like that, they would fall onto this bamboo and get all sorts of nasty, dirty infections. all
so
up in them, and it would
Ebola.
kill
Was
them.
it
Ebola. Yeah.
Ebola.
E. coli.
E. coli. Is it E. coli or Ebola?
That's two different things.
And fronds or leaves instead.
I didn't know what the. I was
E.
going to
coli-
ask, but
E.
I'm glad he was
coli,
there.
E. coli is a bacteria and
From poop.
Ebola is a virus.
Yeah. You get E. coli from poop.
Yeah.
So I was on the same.
But
fucking-
yeah, I mean, that's some nasty
Where does pink
shit.
eye come from?
Farting on
It comes
pillows.
from poop too. Yeah, farting on pillows according to South Park.
Dude, could you imagine the shit Have you guys watched South Park lately?
No, I haven't watched.
Could
South
you
Park since
imagine the
teenager.
goddamn shit that they have to work with right now
Oh,
in
yeah.
fucking 6 months?
Oh, I bet.
It's cool. I didn't want to tell you what I do with my millions.
Yeah, no, what is it?
You already got millions?
You know what you would do is you would cut your own trees if your neighbor told you to.
I would hire somebody to cut my fucking trees. No, Jim Nance has the perfect setup. He lives on Pebble Beach, but he has a model of the par 3 on Pebble Beach.
And that's a world famous golf course.
Yeah, I mean, look it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a destination.
yeah.
So, in he's known for being the announcer of the Masters and other sporting events.
He's
And
got
when you
a
walk-
golden voice. It's
Yeah,
just beautiful.
you walk up, it starts playing the Masters music, and it's him. Good morning, friends. You know, you hit a hole in one, you get your name on a stone. It's just a cool setup. That's what I want in my backyard, a mini par 3.
You could do that if you keep cutting down trees.
Yeah, you've got enough
Hey,
room back there.
Hey, wait till I see the next place, man.
Oh, shit.
Wait till I see.
Are you gonna?
La-
I mean,
lands-
you have access to dirt moving equipment.
The
If
land
you-
is already there.
So are you like when you build your own place? Are you gonna? Could you build like a motocross track or a go kart track out back? Like pretty easily, right?
Sure could. Got it
Well,
all.
well, let's fucking do that.
Y'all supply the go-karts, I'll supply the
Oh
track.
man,
Dude,
but
I'll
you-
get a fucking go-kart, yeah.
I don't have any money to buy a go kart.
Oh, it sucks to be
Yeah.
sucks to be poor.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-quarantining.
Yeah, but I'll enjoy it if you have a go kart track and go watch you ride your go kart.
You can ride mine, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll get a 2-seater and you can sit beside me.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work. That'll work. But yeah, I mean that'd be fucking balling, or a dirt bike track out back.
Yeah, no dirt bike. I don't do balance. You don't do balance. We don't need.
I'm too
I don't-
fat to do
Motorcycles
balance,
are
yeah.
the fucking best. Like they are
I
the
don't.
best.
I don't need
Oh.
the home insurance. I don't need
Dude,
that. I
I'm
don't
not
need
going to sue
liability.
you if I fucking
He,
fall
see,
off.
that's the shit he worries about.
Yeah,
home
people get
insurance
sued.
and
His
shit.
friend's
it's
suing
like-
him.
I'm like,
I
fuck
can't
yeah,
trust-
motocross track.
I can't trust
Like
you
I'm
assholes.
thinking about cutting my own go kart track through the woods beside my house, and I know I can't afford a go kart just because I want a fucking go kart track in my house. My idea is in the wintertime, whenever everything dies out, I'll just start mowing a path through there and cut down any little trees that are in my way. And just make a little track there. Maybe in a few years, if I can afford a go kart, we'll have a little go kart track there to play.
You're going
on.
to have to fucking run that by the HOA, ain't you?
No, like my HOA is old. It's from I'm sure they've updated some shit, but like they pretty much leave you alone. Like they don't.
You
fuck
got the
with you.
rich motherfuckers there that's
Some
their like
of 'em.
second houses.
Some
isn't it?
yeah, a lot of them are vacationers where I
Yeah.
live. It sucks, but it's cool too, I guess, because a lot of times it's empty.
Yeah, you don't have people complaining on both sides. I got vacationers too. They're just in my backyard playing frisbee.
Luckily, my one neighbor beside me has been my neighbor ever since I can remember. I can't remember a time. I think they built that house, and so like when he's tight with my family and me, like I see him walking down the street, I'm like, "What's up, Papa Bud?" You know, and like we just have a good time. But the other neighbor, I don't even know who the hell it is, so I don't worry about
You
it.
got like 60 people that are for sure. We know at least 60 people are listening every week.
Yeah.
Justin, you got a
We have
fucking.
60s of
we
people.
have a
Yeah.
solid 60 listeners in our fan base.
But those 60 motherfuckers are got your back on this HOA. I'm just
I
going
know-
to tell you that.
Well, the thing is, the HOA is kind of fabricated because if it were real, this shit wouldn't have ever happened.
There would be
It's-
no
Right.
Airbnb right next door.
So we can't really fall back on the HOA.
no.
It's just maybe the vigilante justice. Hey, there's gonna be a for sale sign.
I
here
think
before
people
too
that
long.
don't live in a neighborhood with an HOA think that it's like a bigger deal in your life than it really is because of
Right.
TV.
See, I
it's-
do. I
it's
don't
not
live in
a
an HOA.
thing, man. Like I've lived in my house my whole life. I've lived in it without my parents for the last 7 years, and never once have I ever been concerned with anything to do with the Cambridge Shores Board because, like,
See, I think I'm so trashy. I would have to worry.
yeah.
Well, they wouldn't want you to move in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, but,
But
don't
no,
you gotta
you
meet with
wouldn't.
these
Like,
motherfuckers?
I don't mow my yard and shit. Nobody ever comes by and tells me to
why not?
because they mind their own fucking business.
No, why don't you mow your yard?
Because like I'm
Oh,
poor,
I'd be the
man.
neighbor that told you.
Like,
Would you really?
poor.
God damn it.
sometimes my mower's broke for a while till I can figure out how to fix it myself.
Yeah, I was out at 8 o'clock this morning mowing.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I got a guy for that. He comes and picks it up. You fucking peasants.
Cocksucker.
I wish I was half as rich as you was. God.
Dude, whenever I have Everybody asks me, who's your rich friend? I'm like, yeah, do you know Dustin Powell? Yeah. Yeah, he's got ties in like the gravel game and shit. But speaking of that, my mom, if she's made it through, which she says she could never make it through, was wanting to know if she could get a discount on some rocks.
What kind of rocks did you want?
I don't know, Mom.
Yeah,
if you're
baby, rocks.
I mean,
That's good shit. That's Tyrone Bigham's. What gotta do? You get some rocks.
talking to the wrong guy about rocks. I don't sling rocks.
But I wanted to. But speaking of that, kind of going into that, do you guys believe that somebody should be fired for something that they post on social media? Because this shit is. I fucking found myself going into it. I joined a group on Facebook that has like over 1 million followers. That the name of it's my newest kink. My newest kink is shaming racist on Facebook. But I mean, even like outside of that, do you think
You're talking about the chick from Baptist Health?
I'm talking about that, and not just
Yeah.
take out the
In
racism.
general, yeah.
I mean, do you think that you should be able to be fired?
Absolutely.
You do think that?
Yeah, you should be able to be. It doesn't mean that they have to, but I'm saying that if they say, hey, look, you're making us look bad, because all of a sudden people were like, hey, she works at Baptist Health, don't nobody fucking go there, you know? And then what are they going to do? They have to keep you on because you're a dipshit and you post public stupid shit that people don't like?
Well, what's the difference in that? I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
What's the difference in that and just say we're out at a restaurant and we're having a conversation? You know, we're all friends. We're supposed to be friends on Facebook. And I state my opinion. The table behind me doesn't agree with it. Should I get fired because they disagreed with what I said?
No, I mean,
What's
but
the
you're not
difference?
putting it out into public like on fucking social media for like your purpose is to spread the message when you do that. When your purpose is to talk with your friend at dinner and someone overhears it, like that's their problem.
But what if it's
But if
like,
you're spouting off like some serious like Nazi shit at the restaurant, then yeah, maybe somebody finds out and tells your boss. Maybe you can get fired for that.
But you
Well,
think
what-
that? I don't see how that's okay.
I mean,
There's
I'm
gotta
not
be
saying
a
this
fucking.
chick said Nazi shit. I'm saying if it was that bad, then you know.
I'm
are
just
you-
saying, like, if I posted on my Facebook page, I wouldn't expect people to start sharing it to their friends and their friends start sharing it to others.
I mean, that's what it's
You
for.
know, kinda. I mean, I think it's for just staying in contact with your close buddies.
Yeah, showing pictures
Yeah,
of the babies
exactly.
and
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
like that.
I'm 100% sure that's why this chick got on there and said this stuff so that her 25 closest friends would see it.
But
No,
see,
she
that's-
said
there's
it so
people-
everybody would have, so she could have a look at me moment in this time where everybody wants them a fucking look at me moment, and she got hers, and
Yeah.
now look what's come of it.
But where do you draw the line where you're not allowed to?
You're allowed to do whatever you want, but you're allowed to suffer the consequences from it too. She's not being arrested for it. I 100% believe in the right to free speech, but that's the right from the government's infringement on your free speech. There's nothing to say that your employer has to keep you on because you said some dumbass shit. She shouldn't be arrested for it. She shouldn't be sued for it. She shouldn't be legally harmed in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Especially what she said wasn't all that inflammatory. Like, it was racist and it was bad, but like she, you know what I'm saying? Like she
She
came
could
out
have
with
said
some
worse.
She could have said
she
worse. I've
coulda
seen
came out with
worse.
some overt racism at least. Like
Yeah.
she at least tried to hide it a little bit, sugarcoat it. I mean,
Okay.
she sucked at it. But
So let me spin this. The number 2 thing that was trending on Twitter this morning, whenever I was taking my morning grumpy, was all birthdays matter
Was
because
it?
today's Trump's birthday, I guess. And I feel like it's a spit
Yeah,
right in the
baby.
BLM
Oh,
face.
oh no, I don't think that's a spit.
You don't think-
I think that's a spit in Donald Trump's face if they're doing all birthdays matter.
See, I looked at it the other
No
way.
way.
Yeah,
man.
I went with the way Dusted because that's not.
No way, dude. That's
Because it was
what-
all supporters of Trump that were.
for the all birthdays.
Yeah, they were
matter?
saying
Oh,
best Trump
see.
ever, or best president ever. Da 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 da.
Well, maybe
Happy
they were
birthday,
trying
Mr. President.
to. Well, then maybe they were trying to. I don't know. Maybe I misread it, but to me, because the All Lives Matter movement is a direct reaction to the Black Lives Matter.
Right.
It's
you know.
bullshit.
So, well, here's what I'm saying about it though: is that's got your inverse relationship there. So, an All Birthdays Matter would be like a
All
180
lives.
from His Birthday Matters. You know what I mean? Like
I could see that.
to
but
where
that-
why are we making a big deal that it's Donald's birthday? All
This-
birthdays matter.
this was
So it's
on-
like, to me, it's a satirical response to Donald Trump's birthday.
Okay, Zane, listen
So-
to me. This was on Twitter.
Yeah.
This wasn't Reddit.
Right.
We're not we're not doing the smart people.
People on Twitter can be smart and
They're
funny and
clever
too.
and they're funny.
People
but
on
it's-
Reddit are real.
But it's usually like the trailer park funny. It's
Yeah.
not. It's
But-
not the.
But I mean, then the hashtag sucks. Then if it's in support of his birthday, then that hashtag sucks because.
But you want to build walls.
Well, yeah, around my own house. Like, but you know
America
what I'm
is
saying?
his
No,
house.
I'm saying the hashtag sucks because it doesn't accomplish what it should accomplish, which is to mock something else. Like, it's clearly, to do with all lives matter. Like, if it says all birthdays matter, that's a play on all lives matter. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like-
just didn't know if it was just like a complete spit in the face of Black Lives
Oh,
Matter.
it totally fucking is. If you're gonna say,
I mean,
we're
if
not
you're-
getting fucking deep, but if you're gonna say that, yeah, if Trump supporters were fucking tweeting that shit,
Yeah.
then that was a spit in the face of the Black Lives Matter community. I don't care whichever way.
If the hashtag's being used in that way, then yeah, it probably is a spit in their face. But to me, if it is being used that way, then the internet has missed a golden opportunity to use it the exact opposite way
Well,
and make it way better.
There was also the fuck Trump's birthday, hashtag.
Well,
I mean, it
that's
was-
not even clever. Like, that's dumb. I hate shit like that.
I love
Trump
it.
can't hold a glass with one hand because
Yeah.
they were.
Well, yeah, that's funny. I mean, I love making fun of him, but like hashtag fuck Trump's birthday, like that's not clever.
No,
like that's
I
not.
was exaggerating.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know the
fucking
exact.
deserves it though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's hilarious that people make fun of him and stuff, but I'm saying be funny about it. Like,
I can't tell you what, and this is butt rags take
butt
on the
rags,
fucking
where's the wisdom?
on the yeah, butt rag words of wisdom. The dude, I have
Dude abides, man.
dude, I haven't seen. I'm not Democratic.
go.
I'm not Republic, but he needs. He needs to shut the fuck up.
His
I don't
job
know.
is to speak.
He needs to shut the fuck up though.
Oh,
I don't think you can say
I
that.
don't think you're supposed to either.
No, we definitely.
That was my bad.
It's saying though.
Well, I didn't make the bet.
But no, he's a fucking idiot, and he needs to keep his fucking
Yeah.
mouth shut.
Yeah.
End of story. I don't know if he's doing a good job because I'm too dumb. I'm worried about
No,
making
I think
sure I
it's
wear the
fine
white.
to make fun of him. I think it's fine to support him. I think that but I think the links. My problem with him is like how cultish everybody is about the guy. Like everybody
I
goes
think
to,
that's both sides of any.
it's getting that bad.
Yeah,
where it's
it's-
both sides of the aisle on both.
Yeah, it's
like-
war almost.
Right.
If you say you're one or the other.
Yeah, it's like he really fractured the Republican Party into the Trump Republicans and the non-Trump Republicans too, and like that's a big split. Like,
Thanks, Obama.
yeah, I know, right? That's a funny hashtag. Thanks, Obama was used beautifully back in the day. It was
And the Joe Biden memes were
yeah,
fire.
oh my god, dude, Joe
But I
Biden
don't-
as
I can't handle him being president.
Oh,
That's the bad
yeah.
part. Is like, I don't want to get political, but I don't know what the fuck to do this year.
Independent's gonna win this year.
None of the above,
Independent's
just like
gonna
they
win.
do in Brewster's Millions. None of the above.
Yeah.
That's the
No
only
way they
you can
let
vote.
Trump win.
Cody,
of the
didn't you
above.
have a lighthearted question?
I did try something. I tried a new drug.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a question. But tell me. But
what was
tell
that?
me.
Well, Trisha wanted me to pre-reference this that it's not a drug that you can get at any gas station. But holy
Horny goat weed?
no, I've
Bad
tried that
natural
before.
male enhancement.
I've tried that before. I just jerk off constantly. It's no fun. But have you boys ever fuck with kratom?
No, I have not.
Oh my god! The only thing I could fucking describe about this was,
You mean compare it to?
compare it to.
You're not good with words.
Yeah, I'm not good with words. I had a fucking killer headache for 3 days. I was literally to the point where if a dude walked up and said, "Suck my dick, headache's gone," I'm sucking the dude's dick.
But
Of course you are. You always go to.
you
suck-
offer that all the time.
So, you guys are right, but so I'm having this fucking killer headache. I'm trying everything, ibuprofen, Tylenol. Nothing's fucking working.
So you try this unregulated.
Did you try your own
substance
cum?
I did not try my own cum because I wasn't in a place where I could do that.
So you try
Like
this
the-
unregulated substance that's legit because you can buy it at any gas station.
Yeah, but I've
I think Spice started that.
Yeah, you know that's not regulated by the FDA, right?
well, I
Bath
guess
salts.
because my first fucking thing was, hey, how much is a kilo of that? Because that's all the dude told me it came in. So I'm fucking sitting out there.
Kilo a
And,
what
lot?
do they sell it as? Like
they sell it in whatever, but they do sell it in fucking kilos
I'm saying,
because this
what-
motherfucker
like,
pulled
at
out a
the
bag.
Store, at the store, like a lot of that stuff, it'll say like, you know, some
Is it
other
for energy
bullshit.
or is
Yeah,
it for-
exactly. Like, what does it
This
say?
motherfucker is for anything and everything that you could possibly crave.
God damn.
I will go ahead and say
So it's a miracle drug?
Yeah, the headache was fucking gone. Like it.
But what was the side effects?
I've never been so horny at work in my fucking life.
God damn.
Yeah. I literally told a dude, I was like, hey, this shit is so good, I could probably fuck while being on top. 'Cause, I mean, for a
You
fat
have
guy,
enough energy to hold yourself up.
yeah,
you know?
wrists aren't going to hurt.
I think it was 2 episodes ago he said that he doesn't jerk off at work anymore.
Yeah, anymore. Is that,
Did that
changed
change?
now?
No, I fucking,
Did you hold it in until you got home?
my wife sent me some risque photos of her, and the fucking thought goes, Cody, you're about to jerk your dick at work. It all fucking fell in. But, guys, I'm not fucking joking. It was the greatest I've ever felt. Like, nothing hurt. I had
Man.
fucking, this fat boy was like skipping instead of walking. So everybody knew I was fucked up. And I was like, literally one of the dude
"From them,
asked.
bro, I got it at the gas station.
No, I got it from one of our fucking guys that work out in the back. He had a whole kilo of it. But he said it was legal. So if I get fucking drug tested, I'm be like, hey, kratom don't show up on this, does it? You know? But, so y'all have never tried it?
No, I'm
No.
not doing any of that shit, dude.
And it's supposed to be all natural. So,
I've never tried it, but I've had Toradol, and
What's that?
I had a kidney stone, and it's injection only. Apparently, it's what they give football players, or they did give football players when they would get an
Back when
injury.
shit was cool.
Yeah, when they would get an injury.
Yeah.
It's not narcotic, but it's super.
not?
It's like a super high dose of anti-inflammatory. And whenever they say all pain goes away,
They legit
it
mean
means it. Like you feel like you could run through a fucking wall.
That's
how this shit made me feel.
I
it.
told
You feel like the $6 million man?
I'm terrified of needles, like
Yeah, me
especially
too.
getting a shot.
Me too.
And I told them I would be there daily for a Toradol shot.
Yeah. Is it like work on your whole body or just the affected
Everywhere,
area?
everywhere.
What?
You feel like a new human.
do you not see his eyeballs right now? I think he's got a
that's
fucking
pretty legit.
withdrawal.
I would
Dude.
love to have that feeling. I think about that sometimes when I wake up. Like, what if I woke up today and like just nothing hurt? Like, how weird would that be? But is
Dude.
that what it's like when you take a Toradol shot?
Yeah, it is unreal. It's in the hip,
Yeah.
pow,
Ooh, that
and
gives
then all
me
of
the
a,
willies thinking about it.
then all of
but-
a sudden you're just like, there's no fucking problems in the
like,
world.
there's no stopping me.
Are you like, ugh?
So, do you think being in constant
Tyler, cut that. Cut that. I want that just where we can push a button and play that at any time.
What is it?
Cut that.
I didn't say cut it, so fuck you.
No, I mean, like, we want that
he wants
snippet.
that clip so he can hear you going roar.
But no, that's how this shit made me fucking feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I had the big
I
dick
mean,
energy.
Yeah.
So I went. Dustin like brought up this. Apparently, there's a rabbit hole through Reddit.
Yeah. The accidental fisting rabbit hole.
Well, I think I found my real rabbit hole, and I'm fucking very.
Yeah, baby, it's self-exploration. Let's hear about your rabbit
did,
hole.
You did run your own rabbit hole. We talked about it whenever you accidentally fisted yourself.
I found another one that was fucking.
found a new rabbit
I
hole.
found a new
I
rabbit
didn't know
hole.
you had more than one.
So what is it?
Do gay guys use like pocket pussies, or is that too much like a female in that? Does a pussy and a butthole feel the same?
I don't know.
You don't know? You've never been in both?
I'm gonna bow out of that question.
God damn it! Somebody's got to give me some. I mean, it's
I
a
don't know if
warm
they would or
hole,
not.
right?
I mean, I
They
don't,
do
think
not.
about it though.
Dude, I thought it was-
Lesbians use a fake penis, so
We
like,
got
why
confirmation
not? Like,
from Tyler that buttholes and pussies do not feel the same.
oh,
But do you think in like the gay community they're like you're using a pocket pussy?
well, maybe they got a pocket butthole, or maybe it doesn't matter.
They
because
don't
it's
make
rubber.
pocket buttholes. I looked
Says
it up.
too. Yeah, they do.
No, they fucking don't.
Fucking do too.
Did you
Man,
watch-
I need to see that website.
Did
I mean,
you
not that
watch Dave?
Yeah.
Did you watch
Dude,
Dave?
what about that life size?
Yeah, he had like
Yeah.
a half a
He
human
had like
body.
an ass and some legs and a little
yeah,
bit of
and
the
he was
back.
trying to flop it around and get it out in the shower
Yeah.
when his girlfriend came in.
Yeah.
yeah, but
It was weird, dude. But that
You
it
just
had
put a
both
dong
holes.
on the front end of it, and then,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's got
you got a pocket butthole.
I mean, I don't know. I feel
But
like
I
that would
don't
be
know.
shunned.
Yeah.
You would be shunned.
No, well, why?
Like-
Like women use fake penises, like lesbians. Like,
Fucking Gary over here, he's using a pocket pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would be
I think
shunned
that's
upon
pretty
the.
inflammatory, man.
That one was rough.
Well, I mean, I don't have. I
Chugging
mean,
some White Claw.
That's profiling, and profiling is wrong.
but I feel like that would be shunned upon the.
I don't think it is. I think if you need to get yours, you just get it however you can.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't think sex toys are anything to be ashamed about in any community.
no.
But I'm not trying to fucking.
I know you're
okay,
not.
you goddamn
No,
fucking.
I'm not saying that you're
No.
saying it's a bad thing. We're saying that you think that you know if
that
you,
they're that judgmental of
Yeah.
a community.
Yeah, but everybody in all races, all blah 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 blah. I mean, in anything, there's always judgmental people, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fucking. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. I just don't think sex toys are something like. I think you're more likely to be judged by the church community for any kind of sex toy than you are by, the LGBTQ community. They're not going to judge you for sex toys.
oh, Andy probably will. Fuck Andy Brashear.
Why?
Fuck Andy Brashear.
Why?
The
What did he
tables
do to
have
you?
turned on him pretty hard.
Fuck
Well,
him.
A little bit, but what's up?
No, he's
What's
just
he
a
doing
piece
to
of
your head?
shit.
Why? What did he do?
He for
I
one,
haven't
he
paid
reminds
attention
me
for a
of my
while.
fucking my idol in my high school days, which was Mr. Trent Lovett. He kind of gives that fucking vibe of Mr. Lovett, and I don't fucking like it. 'Cause-
So basically, you're like Rob Riggle in Step Brothers. You just don't like his face.
no, I don't fucking like it, but I love Trent's
Like, what's up with why do you hate on Andy Bashir though? What
because
did
he's
he
a
do?
piece of
So
shit.
what did he do?
I
though?
fucking love
Like,
Trent.
That's
Trent
what I
got
don't
me out of some
understand. Like
shit.
I said, I haven't been paying attention, so I may have missed something. But what did he do?
He's just a piece of shit. Like for one, I don't think.
No evidence whatsoever.
I'm just gonna let him say it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna spin off this. Cody, I was told to ask you about shitting in a jacket.
God damn.
What the fuck, Cody?
I don't know where to start this. God damn, that was out of left field. Oh God, yeah.
Oh man, that was a good one. He's like, woo!
Yeah. That's a conversation ender right there.
Let's talk about he's a piece of
Talk-
shit.
Yeah, let's talk about the time you shit into a jacket. Cody.
Let me get a little drink here.
What the fuck, man?
Oh man, I'm so glad that we put out that video of Cody embarrassing himself so long ago. People, please stop! Don't stop
Yeah, keep sending funny things
that
about
Cody has
Cody
done.
to Dustin.
God, it is.
Yeah, because I didn't think you'd ever bring that up. I didn't. God
Man,
damn
I've got a list, and you love lists.
it. I do love lists.
Tell us the story, Cody. Story
That's
time.
one of the most embarrassing
Story
that I've
time.
ever been in my life, and you guys can tell that I'm really not embarrassed about a lot. I was doing some rental work
Some
because
what?
rental work.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Tito's.
What do you mean you were rental working?
I was rental working.
Somebody was renting you as a worker.
No, no. Are you gonna rent me?
No.
Are you gonna buy into Cody?
No.
Well, fuck you. You said the other day you would. Well, anyway, I was.
Yeah, that was till I heard you rap.
You mean you were working on rental houses? I'm assuming.
This is back in the same time where I took
when
you
you
up on
needed
them
shoes?
shoes. Yeah. So I was probably doing anything and everything besides gay porn, but
That's next episode.
I was working at a rental house. We were out in Melbourne, Kentucky, which
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if
middle of
anybody
nowhere.
knows about Melbourne, Kentucky, but they talk like this. But sorry,
That's a bad Southern accent for somebody who lives in the South.
but I was doing some yard work, and you're driving along. It usually happens to me in the morning, but have you guys ever had that moment where you're like, okay, I'm going to shit my pants. What
Oh,
do I
yeah.
do next?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm
You-
not. I'm going to shit my pants. Like, I'm going to shit. What do I do next? Like, you don't think.
No, where you're like, hey, it's going in my pants. I'm not going to have time to pull over.
No, like, I don't know, man. I think
don't have
if
six
it's bad
hemorrhoids.
enough, you just pull over onto the side of the road. Like,
Well,
I
apparently-
didn't.
oh.
I thought I was in the country. I wasn't in the country. I was not in the country.
Oh, man. So you just.
I was on a major highway.
You just drop a loaf right in your pants. Right there
No,
on the highway,
no, I pulled over to a complete stop. And I had a North Face jacket that I've had ever since like fucking senior year of high school.
Uh-huh.
And the moment came where Cody, you're gonna shit.
Yeah.
And I pulled over, put the truck in park, and pulled my pants down in the seat. And I began to shitting myself
In the truck still. You didn't get
in
out?
the truck. No, I didn't get out. I was in a curve. I thought I was
Trying to
good.
laughing.
I thought I was. I thought I was good, but a truck fucking like I'm shitting in the jacket.
Why are you shitting in the jacket? I don't get this. So hold on, time out. You're still in the truck, right?
I didn't want nobody to see my dick. But I was
I
in
mean, I
a,
doubt they're gonna see it driving by on the highway anyway.
but I was in a truck that didn't have no air conditioning, so I had the window down, and I thought I seen those yellow arrows that a big curve, so I thought, hey, I'll be good to shit here, and I wasn't. A fellow happened to be driving by and thought I was broke down on the road.
Oh, so he comes over to help? Yeah, baby.
He pulls over to the side and goes, hey, buddy, can I help you? And I go, no.
And you're
He
just
sees what I'm
squeezing out
doing.
his- Does he see?
He sees what I'm doing and goes, you sick fuck. And fucking speeds off.
I mean, I think his reaction's a little over the top, because what else are you supposed to do?
Shit on the road.
It wasn't so bad, but I was right by my boss's house.
Oh, man.
And he
Why
turned
didn't you
into
go
my
in?
boss's road, and I thought, holy fuck, he's gonna tell my boss that there was some dude in a red truck shitting his pants, and my boss is gonna
Shitting
know
his
it was
jacket?
me.
His jacket, not his pants.
My full ass cheek was out, and just picture it, it was like a little S10. It was a 84 Yoda truck,
Oh,
and my
man.
ass. I had like pulled myself up on the steering wheel,
Oh, man.
and he rode down. Hey, partner, and
And
you
he
good?
looks in the window, and you're just
And I'm
baking
fucking-
brownies in there.
I'm going, no!
Baking ploppies.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck whoever brought that story up, because I ain't talked about it
man.
ever.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he can't cut it out.
That was a good one.
But that takes you to a very vulnerable state when you're like, hey, I'm going to shit my pants.
Yeah.
What do we do next?
I'll tell you what we do next is we wrap this motherfucker up. I hope whoever listens to this listens to the end. Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Have a good one.